The story of STEMusic part 4. So how did I get over this insecurity? Well, shout out to my good friend. She basically was like, you know, Roy, you keep talking about this idea of STEMusic, right? It's early 2019 at this time. So from 2016 to 2019, I had this idea trapped in here and just afraid because of all the insecurities. So, you know, I'm glad I'm sharing this because this may be you, or you may know somebody who's going through something like this. And sometimes it looks a certain way on the outside, but this is what was going on the inside. 3 years of me just being terrified of like doing this. And so I get to 2019 and my friend says, hey, you know, you've been talking about this a lot. You know, you don't have to do anything with it if you don't want to. Like basically giving me permission to release it and let it go. And it was in that moment that I said, I actually think I want to do something. And I said, just write one song, record one song and see how you feel. And that's our theme song. We call it STEMusic. And I remember when I was writing the song, I found the instrumental, started recording the song. I was just having so much fun. And when I finished, I remember in my old apartment playing it back in the kitchen and I was just dancing. It was because what was in here was finally like made and created and I was listening to it and it was so cool. And I love that song to this day. I perform it at every concert that I do. But yeah, it was a phenomenal moment. And then I took that song and I said, okay, I'm a part of the National Society of Black Engineers, still a member at large today. And at the time, I was still going to the conferences and stuff, and I still go to them now, but I said, what if I perform this song at the conference for our junior delegation, for our NSBE junior members? And so I asked if I could do that at a karaoke night, and I did. And the students were vibing to it, the parents in the room were vibing to it, the DJ was even asking if he could play it in the club, and this was in Detroit. I'm like, you playing, you ain't about to play this song in the club. But it was that response that I left that NSBE conference in Detroit saying, Roy, you have to do this. And if you're scared and you got all these insecurities, guess what? You're gonna have to do it scared. You're gonna have to do it scared. And so I took that and I moved forward and decided I have to record a project. I have to really lean into this and create something. So stay tuned for the next part of this in part 5 of the story of STEMusic.